Your only power is stealing the skills of the person who kills you. Just a hater using his own death to rip off the builds of the top players. If you want to see someone break the system from beyond the grave, stick around. This is the start of SSS-Class Suicide Hunter. Our guy has to hit the morgue just to level up, but you can give us a boost by subscribing and dropping a like. No dying required. Let's get into it. The Tower of Babylon is a meat grinder. The Black Dragon Guild stormed the 40th floor thinking they were hot shit, but they came crawling back with their tails between their legs and their morale in the gutter. I guess if you aren't the main character, you don't exist in this world. Just look at the rank 1 hunter, the Flame Emperor. The guy soloed the boss like it was nothing, and now he's soaking up the spotlight. Look at him, more ego than brain cells. He literally snatches the mic from the reporter just to bitch about how much he hates his nickname. He says it's cringe. What a guy. You can tell he's a real fan favorite. While that narcissist is basking in glory, our hero is rotting in a dump of an apartment, surrounded by trash and instant ramen. Just look at his face. Resentment is eating him alive. He's staring at that screen, craving that life with an intensity that's honestly terrifying. Online, people are tearing each other apart debating if he's just a prick or if being a legend gives him a jerk pass. And there's our guy, typing away like a total lunatic. He spams, "I want to be like him" over and over, as if his keyboard is going to manifest some talent if he just hits the keys hard enough. But the Flame Emperor is a freak of nature. He awakened at 20 and accomplished in a month what guilds took a decade to do. It just goes to show that hard work doesn't mean squat if you aren't the chosen one. He walks over piles of monster corpses like he's just out for a morning stroll. When they finally ask for advice for the rookies, he drops one of his classic lines. He says winners are just born for it, and everyone else should stay out of his way unless they want to die. Ramen Boy just stares, completely blank. He's far more obsessed than he lets on. The interview ends with a psycho smile and a promise to wipe everyone off the map while the crowd screams his name like he's a god. Watching someone else's success is physically killing our protagonist. He's so tilted he actually snaps and hits his tablet. He's trapped in there, his walls plastered with news clippings, watching the broadcast with a jealousy he can't even begin to hide. He knows deep down he'll never even come close to that kind of fame. The kid is rank F, the absolute bottom of the barrel. A total loser living in a literal hole he's dying to escape. He's so desperate he starts crying out of pure spite, begging the universe to throw him a bone so he can stop being a nobody. And against all odds, the universe actually listens. Though it has a sick sense of humor. A blinding light fills the room, presenting him with every hunter's dream, a skill card. But the system is a total dick about it. It makes it clear, others get powers for bravery or achievements, but he's getting one because his jealousy is so disgusting it actually impressed the tower. It is, quite literally, the Hater of the Year award. He grabs the gold card, trembling, knowing this is his one-way ticket out of this pathetic life. It's rank S plus the most broken tier in existence, but his joy vanishes the moment he reads the fine print. Turns out the skill only triggers upon death, allowing him to copy a power from whoever killed him. So, he just scored the best perk on the market, with the tiny catch that he has to visit the morgue to collect it. It's the only career path where the promotion and the death certificate arrive on the same day. Now our hero has to face the facts. If he wants to become a legend, he has to stop breathing first. A massive tower appeared out of thin air, looming over the horizon and tossing the laws of physics out the window. Those with nothing left to lose were the first to dive in and see what was waiting inside. Every floor is crawling with monsters, but the tower also grants incredible special abilities. It didn't take long for monster hunting to become the most lucrative business on the planet. And then you've got the Flame Emperor, the guy who thinks he's a god just because he can throw fire around. The media compares him to Shiva, but honestly, the guy's ego is so big it has its own zip code. Meanwhile, in some dive bar, our protagonist is busy drowning his sorrows. The kid has officially hit rock bottom, sick of seeing the rank 1 hero's face everywhere, while he can't even afford to pay his tab. As it turns out, he actually awakened an S+ rank skill yesterday, the kind of power that should change your life forever. The only problem, to actually activate it, he has to leave this world behind. He pulled the most broken skill on the market, with the tiny catch that it only works after his own series finale. He's so burnt out he didn't even bother reporting it to the Hunter Association. He just goes for a walk to keep from losing his mind. That's when he stumbles upon the Flame Emperor and the Saintess in an alleyway, and things get tense in a heartbeat. Humanity's great hero turns out to be a total psychopath, launching a backstabbing attack on his own teammate using basilisk venom just to watch her collapse. The kid watches from the shadows, realizing that the world's biggest idol is actually a piece of trash. The Flame Emperor interrogates her while she tries to hold her ground, but the guy doesn't have a merciful bone in his body. He says his goodbyes with total indifference and incinerates her in the blink of an eye. What a stand-up guy, this rank 1 hero. Our protagonist can't believe his eyes. That man isn't a hero, he's a monster with a good PR team. He panics and bolts like he owes the mob money, but the kid has the stealth and grace of a natural disaster. He slams right into a trash can, making enough noise to wake the dead and handing his location to the killer on a silver platter. He tries to run but trips over his own feet, losing a shoe and ending up crawling for his life. The Emperor approaches him with a smug look, conjuring a flame spear with the kid's name written all over it. The protagonist starts begging for his life, knowing damn well he's cornered. There he is. The Emperor leans in with a haunting smile. He thought the alley was empty, but he found a witness. He asks, with terrifying calm, if the kid saw anything. Of course, the kid swears he didn't see a thing, but that terrified face isn't fooling anyone. He's frozen solid. Those aren't the eyes of a savior, they're the eyes of a man who's ended countless lives. The guy grabs him tight, shredding his lie in a second. If you didn't see anything, then how do you know my name? The Flame Emperor pauses to process the kid's rambling about a lie detector. A skill? He has no clue what the kid is talking about. He keeps him pinned and confesses he killed the Saintess just because he had a bad feeling about her. It's the twisted logic of a man whose ego has completely eclipsed his sanity. The kid is paralyzed with fear, but the Emperor's tone suddenly shifts. He pats the kid's head condescendingly and says he believes him because those tears look real. But don't get comfortable. This guy is a total wild card. With the most cynical grin imaginable, he tells him that since he saw everything, the only solution is for him to disappear. He engulfs him in flames right then and there, without even blinking. As the searing heat takes over, the kid remembers why his dad named him Gongjia, so he'd grow up to be a great man, someone wise like Confucius. Too bad his old man wanted a philosopher and destiny delivered a tragic end in a filthy alley. You have died. The system notifies him that the requirements have been met. He can now copy a skill from the person who just murdered him. A gold card appears. The ultimate jackpot. The kid begs for one more chance as he fades away, and the skill finishes loading. Suddenly his eyes snap open. The fire is gone. On the TV, the same news from years ago is playing. The Black Dragon Guild has just failed their raid, leaving the Flame Emperor as the world's only hope. He's back in his room, a total dump surrounded by trash and empty bottles. It's not a hallucination. He's actually back in the past. The kid wakes up in his bed, head spinning and completely disoriented. Just a second ago, he was being cooked alive, and now he's back in his own room. He stares at the walls covered in old newspaper clippings, checks his phone, and can't believe his eyes. He's home. His heart is pounding against his ribs as he tries to process this sudden leap through time. Then he remembers that golden glow. He pulls up his status window and gets the shock of a lifetime. That skill that seemed like a cruel joke, the one that lets him copy his killer, actually came through for him. And he didn't just snag some trash skill. He stole the Clock of Regression, an EX rank ability. Basically, if he dies, time rewinds exactly 24 hours. The best part? He keeps all his memories and skills. It's every player's dream. If you screw up, you just hit reset and try again. He just hijacked the signature power of the world's #1 hunter. Meanwhile, the news is showing that insufferable prick, Yu Soha, giving another interview. The guy is an arrogant narcissist with a god complex, swearing he'll kill anyone who dares to get in his way. Gongjia knows he's not bluffing. The bastard just murdered him for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But now, he has a golden opportunity. Suddenly, chaos erupts outside. Screams, the stench of smoke, and half the city going up in flames. This is the tower's first floor, a place full of dreamers who end up crammed into these tiny, rundown apartments. The Flame Emperor has a twisted sense of justice. To make sure you don't suffer over losing your home to the fire, he's kind enough to burn you along with it. Gongjia bolts out into the street, his blood running cold when he checks his phone. It's 6:37 p.m., the exact time the original incident started. In the middle of the disaster, the heavy hitters start showing up. The Black Witch and the Alchemist arrive, trying to coordinate a rescue. The Saintess tries her best to contain the catastrophe, while the Emperor works to erase the evidence of his crimes. But a handful of water-type users can't do a damn thing against this literal hell on Earth. Gongjia watches the panic from the center of it all, seeing the flames devour everything in their path as people run aimlessly, trapped in the heat. The Alchemist already knows how the Flame Emperor operates, and she has a terrible feeling. She's right. Out of nowhere, the golden boy himself, Yu Soha, strolls in with the casual confidence of a man on a red carpet. He scratches his head and asks who dared to play with fire without his permission. The sheer nerve it takes to say that when he's the one who lit the match is unbelievable. The guy is a textbook psychopath. When the Saintess begs him to help save the neighborhood, the freak just asks what's in it for him. He's a businessman, burns your house down and then charges you to put it out. He'd be a genius if he weren't a mass murderer. Gongjia bites his tongue to keep from lunging at the guy's throat right then and there. The saddest part is the crowd's reaction. Instead of lynching him, they pull out their phones to record him like he's some kind of pop idol. Apparently, being high-ranked gives you a free pass to be a total piece of trash. He makes it clear he doesn't do charity work and walks away with a smug, condescending grin. But Gongjia has made up his mind. He's the only one who knows this hero is actually a butcher, and he realizes he has to take him off the board, no matter the cost. He charges straight at the man, weapon in hand, but he doesn't stand a chance against a monster like that. The fire engulfs him, and Gongjia feels the heat searing all the way down into his lungs. but his sheer resolve is far stronger than the pain. As he's cooked alive, only one thing occupies his mind: pure, unadulterated revenge. The blue status screen confirms his death, and the fabric of time begins to shatter. Going back 24 hours is his new reality. He wakes up in his room again, a total dump that smells like stale air and old laundry. The TV is still spitting out news about the Tower and the Black Dragon Guild, confirming he's successfully returned to yesterday. He's still the same F-rank loser as always, but with one key difference: his new skill has unlimited uses. In short, he has infinite lives, and they're free of charge. But here's the math problem. Trying to kill the Flame Emperor now is like trying to headbutt a brick wall. The guy is just too strong. And if by some miracle Gongja managed to kill him, the bastard would just trigger his own regression and erase Gongja from existence. It's a dead end! But then Gongja remembers an old interview. The guy awakened his powers 11 years ago on June 7th. That's the key: to hunt a monster. You have to catch him while he's still just a regular human who gets scared when the lights go out. He crunches the numbers and the total is insane. 4,050 days have passed. Since his power only sends him back 24 hours per death, the plan is as simple as it is terrifying. He has to kill himself 450 times in a row to travel 11 years into the past. Not many people have the stomach for this, but his hatred is premium-grade fuel. He grabs a kitchen knife and begins his own personal slaughter. He stabs himself once and goes back a day. He does it again, and there are still 49 to go. The room becomes a bloody loop, fueled by nothing but pure willpower. The days drop by the thousands as Gongja loses count of how many times he's felt cold steel in his chest. He's become an expert at dying. By the 1,000th time, it didn't even hurt anymore. By the 3,000th, he was doing it with the calm of a guy punching a clock for his morning shift. Finally, after a marathon of self-inflicted funerals, he reaches the target. Welcome to day 1. Man, talk about a wild ride. Our boy just scored an instruction manual and a toxic ghost as a bonus. If the MC had to die 4,000 times just to unlock his ability, it'll only take you a second to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss out. Drop a comment and let me know which manhwa you want me to cover next. See you guys at the next level.